Right, so here it is. This is the have a quick review of the Westland Lynx HAS3 Revell model kit on a 32nd scale, and this is a big kit, a kit I've had for quite a while now. So let's take a look inside and see what gives. Well, firstly, a quick look around the outside of the box. Now, so as you can see, it's a big box. Yeah, medium-sized hand, so big box. So on this side, it says, zoom out a bit. Look at all the mess on the table. So you just got the model number, Revell Lynx, blah blah. So model number 04837, and then exactly the same on the other end, except it's upright, different way around. On this side we have some details about the kit, 6 pictures of a built-up model already. It looks very nice, and some details here in 4 different languages. Let me see. Mark III tail boom with separate tail assembly, and this bit talks about how good, how clever they've made this kit. Let's see if you can even see that. Anyway, and on the other side there are lots of words. Now this is some information about the model itself, about the aircraft itself. And at the back of the box we have some adverts for some other Revell kits and stuff. Apparently you can get some upgrade parts, photo etch accessories, etc. to make your models look even more realistic. All in 4 different languages. This model is a skill level 5. It says so somewhere. Right there, skill level 5. So hopefully I'll be in a position to build this kit. But as you can see, it is a big box. So let's take a look at what's inside. So I've had this kit for quite a while now. Never actually opened it before. Well, I've opened it to as far as this, but this is about as far as I've got. Nice big instrument, nice big instruction manual with some more information in there. What's this? Safety advice. So therefore, there you go. Decal sheet. Oh, this should be fun. Nice big picture of a lynx there and all the other little bits. This is printed in Italy. Don't know if it's made by Revell. So I'm not an expert on decals, so I'll see how we get on with this one. Decal designed by Area 39 Designs. It says right in the middle there. Right, so let's put these bits away for the time being. Let's have a look at the instruction booklet. And there's a lot of it. So the front page you got the usual information about the aircraft in 3 different languages. There's a tiny bit, so just that bit there. And what do we have inside here? So they're not stuck together or anything, so lots of advice about how to do it, what the symbols mean. There's lots of symbols in here. So decal soft, that's a new one on me. Zoom in a bit more. First time I've seen that. Then it has been a very long time since I was making kits, and they've got far more sophisticated since the late 1980s. So right, another page of used colours. So here they tell you what colours you'll need to finish the thing. So hopefully I've got most of them, but we'll see. Page 5 shows you all the parts on the sprue map. Apparently you need to make holes in it as well. Again, this is a new thing for me as well. First time I've needed to do that. So we're on page 5 and haven't started assembly yet. Page 6. is where the fun begins. So actually the fun begins on page 5, part assembly part 127, down here at the bottom of page 5. So you're going to have to drill out a few holes in this thing. So happily I've got one of the things I can do that. So here we go. And so it starts off with the interior. You can see it. You may get a stapler, I can staple this thing like that. So we'll start off with the interior. So we'll drill some holes, we're going to stick some bits in there. Now I don't know what these parts are, so I'll have to have a look. It doesn't tell you what they are in the kit. But you can guess by what they look like. You know, there's the instrument board. And so we're building the interior and the cockpit of the thing. This is quite detailed. Very nice. So unless I'm mistaken, it looks like the seat belts and the seats are moulded in. Also, when we get to the bits, to the parts. So page 7 is we're continuing with the interior. Eventually we get to the second half of page 7, which is the start putting the bodywork together. Should be interesting. Starting on the top with the jet engines, up here, on to page 8. I'll go up here, more bits with the engines at the top there, and then putting the main fuselage together down here, and then we'll start with the tail assembly, rotors and that. So lots of telling you what to glue and not to glue there. So happily the tail rotor is free spinning. I like to think they always will be on models like this, but sometimes they aren't. So here we're on page 9, we're still going on, finishing the exterior, putting on some more bits, the glass, so on. And then we come to the undercarriage down here, which is on page 9. And page 10 is completing the undercarriage and then attaching the rotors at the back end, and then we're going to assembling some weapons, I think, or some weapons mountings, and attaching this. I think it's a torpedo of sorts, or some kind of missile. Attaching it to the aircraft. Building some machine guns down here, and where are we? Keep on going to. So the last thing that you build and put together after you've done the last weapons is the main rotor. And I'll have to learn what that symbol means. There's a little clock there, so it means, does it mean take your time or whatever? I might just go and have a look. Just bear with me a moment. Allow parts to dry, that's what it means. So yeah, but then I always do allow parts to dry, so bit of a unnecessary information for me, but there you go. That's the whole rotor assembly. Again, it fits into the top. So that's the whole rotor assembly. It's the last bit you do, drop that onto the top and think you're finished. Painting guide here in black and white, which is a bit disappointing, but that's life for it. Again, massive decal to be put on the side there, which is going to be why you need the decal soft. I assume Revell make their own decal soft. I'm going to be using someone else's. Some paint. What else is on the next page? Again, different colour markings for that one. See if I can get it all in. So right here I have these colour markings, which 88 doesn't tell you what they are, and I wish I knew. Here, Westland Lynx. I think this is the top and bottom of the previous page. So this is the number 702 Revell Air Squadron Black Cat Aerobatics team, with a nice big link on the side of it. Links on the side of it. So fairly clear colour callouts and everything here, including the instrument board inside the vehicle. And I'd like to say I've seen that on the page where you actually assemble that part. Does it show it? No, it doesn't. Anyway, so the last colour callout is for the number 815 Naval Air Squadron, Royal Navy, Antarctic Survey Vessel, or rather aboard the Antarctic Survey Vessel. So again, decide which one to do, the plain one or the exciting one. This should be interesting. And in the back we have, yeah, the last part, the top and bottom of the 815 version. Right then, so we've had a look at the booklet. Let's have a look at what's in the box. So you've got two bags, one bag of grey bits, one bag of white bits. Zoom out, get everything in. So, where to start? I'm going to start with the white bits, which is going to be tricky with this surface. So we'll start with the grey bits. Again, first time for me opening this box. I've had it for 10 years, but never mind. Can't find the receipt, unfortunately. I usually keep receipts. So, inside this bag, there are some more bags. So I'm assuming these are identical, so I will need to open the one. Right then, first bits we come across. So this is sprue M. So this has the, so you've got tail parts, tail rotor, cockpit, front nose bit, don't know what that is, engine, hose, windscreen wipers. The mouldings are pretty good. There's a little bit of flash. Is that flash? No, it's not flash. There's a whole bit of flash. It all looks nice and clean and crisp, which is what you expect from a model of this supposed grade. Is that flash or is that? We'll have to figure that out when I get to building it. On the other side, I've heard people talk a lot about these things here, which are, I don't know if you can see them in the camera in the light. These little circles you've got there and there, which are basically the bits of the mould that push the thing out. Now these are on the inside, so they're not going to be visible. So that's not a problem. In fact, there aren't any unwanted marks on any of the external bits, so that's fine. So some of these mouldings are very thin, like you've got this part here, which is extremely thin. You can almost see straight through it. This bit here, you can almost see all the way through it. It's almost translucent. The mouldings are quite thin. So that was sprue M. Next on the list is sprue L. So as you can see, we're not going in any particular order. Just sprue L, the first bit that you need to work on. So the interior bit. On that you got some parts of the tail, door with some nice, is that flash? Again, it's hard to tell with this thing, but I'd like to think that's flash, but maybe it isn't. Wait and see. Also texturing on the inside of the thing, which looks nice. And these, I'm guessing they are identical. So we've got two sprues in a little bag. I was going to say the more delicate parts, but there's plenty of delicate parts on the sprues we've looked at already. So got a knife. There we go. So in here we've got sprue D. Ooh, another piece there which appears to be broken. And the piece. The pieces are fine, but let's hold on a minute. So this is sprue D, sprue E and sprue J for some reason. So J is very tiny and there's a bit of flash on that part there, which is not very clever, so some cleanup to do there. Done with that piece, or is that, or maybe that's not a part, that's the bit. Oh, that's alright then. You've got some very tiny parts there, which Lord knows what they're for, but yeah, we'll see. So you've got the main rotor blades there, two of them, and that torpedo device. Some undercarriage, some wheels. I'm guessing. Yeah, so these parts are duplicated, so the other back has got exactly the same bits in it. Again, fairly well molded, or very well molded. Some of the parts are so thin that the grey plastic is almost translucent, particularly around the edges. And again, I think that may be flash there. I'm thinking that may be flash on that part there. But then, you know, it seems a bit of an odd shape to have on this machine. So some more cleanup necessary there. Sprue D, again fairly clean. And so I think those are the seat backs, and as you can see the seat belts are molded on. It's a bit disappointing. Anyway, right, let's put these away, back into the bag. Right then, so on to the white parts. So this part of the movie, I'm going to change the background. So this is the white parts and clear parts. Let's take a look at what's in here. Sprue A, first sprue of everything, and so you've got the main body of the main fuselage of the helicopter here, the base, left and right sides, some other little pieces, all molded in white. Now this is a fairly sound, fairly crisp. Again, these parts are very thin as well, so I'm guessing that we've got some holes to cut out, as for example there. As you can see, it's so thin that because these holes are not through, but they're moulded so close that they may as well have made them actual holes. But if you need to cut them out, then well, I guess you need to cut them out. Let's have a look at this. I'm fairly happy with that. Sprue B. So we have the top of the fuselage door again with that same shape in it, so I'm assuming that that's supposed to be there. Yeah, it looks like it. Probably the door latch or something like that. Anyway, more bits and bobs, no idea what they are. Part of the tail rotor mounting, engine inlets, lots of other bits. It's a technical term. And you've got some nice texturing on these interior parts here, which is the same as you saw on the other bit. So this will be the inside of the aircraft. We're at sprue C now. Again, lots of tiny parts, very nicely crisply moulded. Yeah, some very tiny parts which you can't see. They're all white and everything. I wonder if I can make some adjustments here, see if I can. According to my display here, we're not overexposing anymore, so So there's a large gun there, some ammunition chains, and some other external parts, also tiny little bits that go who knows where. We'll find out when we build it. Now on to the last part one. So we've got some clear plastic in a bag. So one of the pieces is broken off, but as the clear plastic goes, it looks pretty good. You can see right through it without any problem. So one of the windows, so I'm guessing that came from that area there. So yeah, need to keep these nice and clean. So yeah, they look very good. So I'm gonna need to figure a way to mask off the bright areas without. It's gonna be very tricky on this one. Anyway, gonna be doing some masking on these when I paint it. This is the other part. So yeah, the clear parts are really quite lovely. Look amazing. Zoom out a bit, get a better look at that. So sprue H, clear part 1, and sprue F, the other clear part bits, with one piece that's fallen out, which I'm guessing goes there. Right, so put these in the bag, keep them nice and safe. So there it is, the Lynx HAS3 by Revell, a 1/32 scale model kit, skill level 5. Hopefully I won't have too much difficulty putting this together. It's going to take a while, I guess, but I'm looking forward to it.